So there's a lot of videos out there, and I wanted to talk about really the principles that have made me successful, one of the biggest things, because it's something that a lot of entrepreneurs don't get into, right? Like a lot of entrepreneurs, they're successful, but the problem is they didn't dive into their mindset first. I was fortunate enough to where I was inspired to dive into my mind almost over business success. Like I was able to remove my ego enough to delay satisfaction, to delay success in order to go ahead and put my mind first and to develop that first before I gain the success. Okay, and then once I got to a certain point in the mental, in the mindset, then I was able to actually see success in my life. So I want to go ahead and talk about something that's very important based on what I have seen and achieved, and based on what the success that I've had. So first things first, okay? When I healed, and when I really got to a place where I healed enough to really use my imagination full force, this is where everything started coming. This came really easily. Okay, when you manifest, doesn't matter if you're manifesting business success, doesn't matter if you're manifesting relationships, right, friendships, and however you envision those friendships and et cetera going, it's all about imagination and creation, because whatever we imagine is what we're going to be pulled towards. That's the law of attraction. Literally all the law of attraction is what you're imagining, what you're exposing yourself to. So for example, like watching videos like this, watching other videos on YouTube, on TikTok, whatever you're consuming is law of attraction. Like that is what you're being attracted and drawn towards, okay? And so the biggest thing about healing is getting back to the place where when we were a child, when we were children, right? Because as children, we love to play, we love to create things. And then as people get older, they get traumatized and they get away from that. And then they try to create things though to make their life better. And then they wonder why it doesn't go that way, right? Because they have lost the ability, or not even lost, they just forgotten the ability to create. And you know, people like they'll see child movies, they'll be like, oh, that's rubbish. That's some of the greatest wisdom is in kids movies. Okay, it's and this is why it's really ironic, because kids can really drop bombs as far as just absolute gold mines of wisdom, and adults ignore it all the time because they think that they got egos. They think they're better than them. They think they're more successful even though they're working 9 to 5s and barely paying the bills, right? So at the end of the day, you have to realize that there's a lot of wisdom all around you, especially in that area. And the reason why a lot of children have wisdom is because all wisdom is, when you really go down this path, is learning how to be who you always been without all the conditioning. And children are a lot of times more tapped into imagination and creating and playing than adults are. And unfortunately, that's not always the case now, because too many parents do the absolute worst thing of giving their kids iPads and stuff because they're too lazy to parent them, but that's a whole nother concept, okay? The point is you have to learn how to imagine again. Once you learn how to access your imagination, you learn how to create again, okay? And when you can do this from a place of literally being a kid, like just being free in your imagination, just having fun, just loving the daydream, loving to daydream, that's when you actually are able to bring the things that you want into your life, as long as you feel them too, like you're really having fun. You're not just doing it to get the thing. And that's what's important. You're doing it legitimately just to play for the good feeling of it. Okay, because if you're doing it to get something, you're not going to feel very good. It's going to feel needy. It's going to feel all this attachment. It's going to be hard for you to manifest. You have to do it out of play and out of fun. You have to just think, oh, it's almost like, what if I had that? That'd be fun. Let me just experience it in my mind in a creative avenue in my head, right? And you live in that. Okay, and you imagine that all the time, and you just live there, and you live what makes you feel good. Now, the whole thing is going towards what makes you feel good. Okay, and doing the things that make you feel good. Like if you can, whatever you want to manifest, this is a huge thing that will get you so much results. Okay, if you go, right, and you say, okay, I want to manifest, let's say, wealth, right? You want to manifest money, and you go, okay, and then you'll create a list. And you're going to create a list based on this question, okay? Why do you want to create wealth? More importantly, what feelings do you believe you'll get when you're wealthy? Because at the end of the day, no matter what you're trying to manifest, the reason why you actually want the thing, you don't want the thing itself. You want what you believe the thing will give you, the feeling that you believe the thing will give you. So people don't want to be in a relationship because of even the person themselves. That's just the truth. The reason why people want to be in a relationship is because they want to feel loved. Well, the irony is that if you actually want a great relationship that's going to last, that's going to really fulfill you, you have to feel loved within yourself first. You have to love yourself first in order to attract the right people to you, and that includes friendships. So that's an example. So you would ask, what feelings do I think this thing is going to give me? Or what feelings am I chasing by trying to attract this thing, or do I want by trying to attract this thing? And when you figure out what those feelings are and you embody them, that's when you attract them. Now, here's how you do it though. Let's say for wealth, right? You go, okay, well, I want wealth because I believe it'll make me feel more free, give me freedom, right? Now what you're gonna do is whatever that emotion is, you're gonna figure out what is it that can get you that emotion. So for example, for wealth, I have, it makes me free. Like it makes me feel like I have freedom over my time and etc. But at the end of the day, what people want is not even freedom over time. It's actually freedom in themselves, freedom to express themselves however they want. And so that's why people can still become unhappy when they get money, because they thought they would get freedom from their business or from their money, etc. But the reality is they may have freedom over time, but they don't have freedom over themselves to express themselves fully and to be fully confident in whatever the heck they're doing and to not care what anybody thinks. They still struggle with that, so they can still be unhappy because they don't truly have the real freedom that they were searching for, which is just simply freedom to be who they are and however they want to be. So anyway, so that's number one. Another thing, for example, is light, right? I feel peace. I don't have to worry about anything. I can just have fun. I feel very light and peaceful throughout my life. What makes me feel that way? Walks in nature, right? Acting like a goofball, being goofy, being fun. These things help me to feel those feelings personally. And so what I'm asking you to do is to figure out the things that give you those feelings naturally and then just do them. It's that simple. So for example, for me, in order to get on the timeline of the frequency, I go, okay, well, one of the feelings is feeling light. How do I feel light? Okay, I know I need to go and walk in nature. I know I can have a fun, carefree attitude about life. And so I just start being that. So this is how you know how to feel. Because a lot of people are like, how do I feel it? How would I even feel if I had these things? You have to figure out what things already in your life naturally make you feel that way. Because the thing about it is that even when you get a lot of money, it's not really like your life changes, your perception changes, right? The world is still the same. Even celebrities still go to the same stores and stuff, that we all do. Okay, they may go to some more exclusive places, but you get my point. Like, they're still living life, and they still eat food, etc., right? So the world is still the same. It's just the way you view it is different, and that's how you attract better in your life. Like there's a lot of examples of this, even celebrities, like I said, that enjoy life, and just normal other people that enjoy life too, that you can tell they're living in the same world, right? But they just enjoy it better. And personally, I'm one of those people. Like, personally, I go out and I have a different attitude about, like, I'm gonna be goofy and have all this energy, etc. While other people were experiencing the same things. It could just be a store run, whatever, and other people are just like, oh, whatever, but I'm actually enjoying the little things. That's gratitude, by the way. Is you see everything as ideal. You're not just enjoying things when you get the money. You don't just enjoy the money for the sake of it, right? Like, it's not like I just enjoy like renting supercars or like going to nice restaurants, renting different things, renting different experiences. It's not like that's where all my joy comes from. If it was, I'd be a very miserable person, okay? And unfortunately, a lot of people, that's where their joy comes from. No, like it can literally, I can get the same, if not more, joy from just being out and sniffing grass, like just on a walk, like I said, when I go. Okay, and the irony is that because I understood that, and again, I put my mindset first before success, okay, I was able to not just become happy, but be able to attract those things very easily because I already felt rich. I already felt successful. You see, like, I didn't put up all these parameters that said I needed to do these things first. So if you literally just feel that first, you're gonna naturally attract it to you. And then on top of that, if you actually imagine the end result, then you're easily going to attract what it is that you're trying to attract. Like, you're easily going to be able to get that thing if you just focus, if you're just constantly thinking about it, and then you feel like you already have it. You do the things that make you feel like you already have it. So if you're finding it hard, oh, well, how do I stay consistent in this, right? Then this is your missing formula. You have to do things. You have to first make a list and get clear about the feelings that you think manifesting the thing will give you, and then you have to give yourself those feelings first by doing the actions and just doing the activities that naturally give you those feelings first, and then you basically make that your lifestyle, and then you keep your goal, the end result in mind, and then things just move there effortlessly. Okay, you don't It's not hard. You don't overthink things. You don't do all this, that, and the other. And that's it. That's how you manifest. That's how you feel the feeling real, and that's how you attract it into your life. So if you like this video, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And go ahead and check out my courses. The links are in my bio, I believe. Go ahead and check out my programs. I really help you guys to manifest whatever you guys want through the stuff that I sell. And I also have a reality distortion, or I forget what I call it, reality manifesto PDF that's gonna give you a step-by-step guide on how to do this, okay? And it's gonna help you guys out a lot. So go ahead and check out those resources, and thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you in the next video.